Namaste. My name is Dr. Suhas Ksirsagar, and what we are going to talk about today is spices. Spices, exotic spices, is such a wonderful thing. It's the core basis of Ayurvedic cooking. It is what I call it as the intelligent in the food, the intelligence in the food, like you have the Intel inside microchip. It is the intelligence in the food which makes the food really intelligent. And for ages together, for thousands and thousands of years, Ayurveda has talked so fondly about using the right kind of spices. And the more and more modern medical day research is actually validating this fact that when the food is highly processed, it is stale, it is leftover, it is packaged and processed for a long time, it almost becomes dead. And so when you're using spices, it brings life to the food. When you're cooking your food with the right kind of spices, with the right kind of blend of spices, what it does, it changes the dynamics of the food. From an Ayurvedic point of view, it is the fire, it is the Agni, it is the heat which is given to the food by these spices, which makes this food very easily digestible. We have a wonderful term in Ayurveda which is called as Agni. Agni means fire, is the digestive strength. So anything which is going to support your digestive strength is going to help you absorb the nutrients from the food much better. The total component of Ayurvedic herbology and Ayurvedic cooking is based upon the 5 principles. Number 1 is rasa. Rasa is taste. We should have 6 tastes in the food, which is sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Your food should be really complex, which should have all the 6 tastes in it. When you're cooking your food with the right kind of spices in the right amount, you are actually infusing the food with all the abundant tastes, and that flavor and the aroma, what fills the room, is coming from these spices which having all the different tastes in them. So the food should have all the 6 tastes in them. That's number 1. The second is guna. Guna means quality. The quality of the food, whether it is dry, rough, light, oily, sharp, heating, cooling, all of these are qualities which are abundantly present in variety of different spices. And so you should be using the spices which have the qualities as well as taste together. Another important component is called as vipaka. Vipaka means post-metabolic effect. It simply means that what happens to that food once it is digested, how easily we are able to digest the food. And when the food is combined with the right kind of spices, your metabolic pathways really open up and you can lighten up the digestion. So the impact of these spices is actually on regulating the doshas and building the dhatus. And that's exactly the purpose of using the right kind of spices in your food. Number 4 is called as virya. Virya simply means potency. So it's the powerful potency of these herbs which is going to create either a heating impact which will have a drying and depleting kind of an impact on the physiology, or having a vasodilating effect which opens up and improves the circulation, or it would have a cooling impact on the physiology which is called as Shita Virya, which will have a tonifying and nourishing and building up of the tissues and the dhatus. So the impact of these spices could be either heating or cooling. The 5th one, which is considered to be one of the most important one, is called as prabhava. Prabhava means a specific or a unique effect. And what it simply means that there are some very, very specific effects on the physiology exerted by these spices. And when we are using these spices, whether they are helping to improve circulation, they are regulating your blood pressure, they are helping you to sleep or have a nervine effect, or they have a digestive effect, or they have a gentle laxative effect, these are all prabhavas, these are all categories. So the commonest used spices in Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia is number 1 is ginger, which is called as the medicine of the world. It's called as Vishva Bheshija. It's a universal medicine. It is such a wonderful, potent medicine that it could be used in so many different formats. So ginger, cumin, coriander, fennel, turmeric, cayenne, black pepper, fenugreek, asafoetida, which is called as hing, cinnamon, clove, cardamom, nutmeg. These are all spices of life. And even if you add some of the milder spices which are used in the modern day cooking or the Italian cooking, whether it is peppermint, basil, rosemary, mint, thyme, all of these are all spices. Whether you talk about garlic, these are, the quality of the spice simply means something which enhances, perks up the effect. There are two things which we talk a lot in modern day medicine. Number one is called as metabolic enhancer. So something which speed up your metabolic activity. And the second one is called as a metabolic accelerator. And so these two terms are coined by the modern day scientists, but Ayurveda, in these two different terms, what we have used for thousands of years, they are called as Dipana and Pachana. Dipana means something which stimulates or kindles your fire, and Pachana, which helps you digest the food, which helps you burn the food, which helps you get rid of ama, which is a sticky, slimy deposit in the physiology. So using the right kind of spices in your food will make the food really, really medicinal, because a medicinal food is full of antioxidant properties. It helps you get your body rid of the free radicals, which is a real damage to the DNA of your cells at times. It will create stagnation, stickiness, blockages because of ama. So with the spices which kindle Agni, which has a gentle warming effect, will have a vasodilatory effect, will have an Agni enhancing effect. And when you enhance your Agni, when you boost your metabolic activity, digestion is the core component of health. So